Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a multi-character listener by me, so let's get into it. Kazuha. Kazuha was awoken by your movements, only to find you curling up to him late at night, and you really thought he was asleep. So even though you noticed your movements and your arms wrapping around him, he didn't say a thing, closing his eyes, cuddling you close. And it was believable enough that he was asleep and doing it. He didn't want to embarrass you or shock you. He probably needed it. And in the morning, if something still seemed off about you, he would ask. But for now, maybe all you needed was just a hug. And Kazuha, oh, he would be more than glad to provide that for you. After all, he loved you so much. He wasn't called a lover boy for nothing, was he? Albedo. Albedo was too exhausted to notice. Taking care of Glee, all that research, traveling to Dragonspine and coming back home. It was already an exhausting day, without him having to do anything special. So when he snuck into his room, he didn't notice at all. He was in deep sleep. He needed all the sleep that he could get, and you could tell from his peaceful face. And the way he was able to sleep so easily, he really needed that. And since you slept in separate rooms because you were just started with this whole dating thing, you felt like you wanted to sleep next time tonight. Mostly because you kept hearing noises and you were scared. So that's what made you want to sleep with him in the same room. And as you wrapped your arms around him, burying your face into his chest, hoping he wouldn't wake up from the movement, you felt safe again. Because all the noises in the world, and anyone really, would not be able to harm you as long as Albedo had you by his side. You felt safe with him, and you felt so lucky to be able to call him yours. Venti. Venti certainly noticed, but he acted like he didn't, his eyes closed the entire time. He noticed before you even opened the door, because he's just like that. Any changes in the wind, he was able to perceive quite easily. So the movement was quite easy for him to discern. And as soon as you came in, he tried to guess the emotion from the aura you gave him. But you only seemed a little bit saddened by something you couldn't quite figure out. So as soon as you fell asleep in his arms, having crawled into them, thinking he was still asleep, he wrapped his arms around you, kissing you softly, and hoping that in the morning that you would tell him about whatever it is that's bothering you. But either way, he knows that when he wakes up, he will still try to make your day a little bit better, at least in any way that he can. Scaramouche. Scaramouche would actually jump the moment you tried to sneak in with him, and then he would look at you for a few moments as his breathing slowed and he began to calm down, and he would blush, feeling embarrassed for his reaction before looking away from you. Sorry about that. Why'd you come here? Well, I wanted a hug. That's why. If you don't want me to come, I can just leave. I'm sorry for scaring you, he said gently, feeling guilt well up in your heart. But then he shook his head, patting the pillow next to him, and wrapping his arms around you as the two of you laid back down. And then he proceeded to bury his head into the crook of your neck, letting out a soft sigh, and telling you that he just got jumpy because he thought it was someone that wasn't you. You figured as much. So he just stroked his hair gently, and the two of you slipped in each other's arms. Peacefully this time. Tighnari. Tighnari isn't a light sleeper, so when you sneak in with him, he would even go as far as to wrap his arms around you, his tail going over your waist. And even though he would talk in his sleep sometimes, calling out your name, telling you he loves you, he has no idea what's going on, And in the morning, when he wakes up with you wrapped in his arms, he would stare at you for a couple moments in complete surprise. He doesn't remember you coming to sleep next to him. Is there something that he is forgetting? He has no idea when this happened, but he definitely doesn't mind it, so he won't complain. Instead, he will wake you up with a soft kiss and tell you that you should get ready for work while he makes the sandwiches to take with you. He honestly loves making people food, and it's a passion of his, and also a way that he loves to show his love and care. Xiao? Xiao would definitely teleport away the moment you touched him. Much like Scaramouche, he also fights a lot of people, and his life is always on the line. Not to mention, he's been targeted many times before. So he's a little bit jumpy, and quite a light sleeper too. He would look at you, and it seemed like he was ready to attack. But once he registers that it's you, he then apologizes, telling you he didn't mean to act that way, and it's unbecoming of him. You only chuckle lightly, telling him it's fine, and you're sorry for sneaking in like that. You just didn't want to bother him and wake him up. But then he wraps his arms around you, hugging you close and stroking your hair, telling you that nothing you could do in the world would ever bother him. He just loves you very much, even if he's not that good at showing it, but he tries. Child? Oh, Child loves this. And actually, though he's a light sleeper, once you begin to sneak your arms around him, he would open his eyes and look at you with a soft smile. You came. You were the one who wanted to sleep in separate beds in the first place, but you were kind of scared tonight, so you wanted to be by his side. So he would wrap you close, holding you, and kiss your cheek, telling you it's fine. And he's actually kind of nervous, hoping that you will like sleep next to him, so you could do it again. He just loves you. And honestly, with you sleeping by his side, it's easier to drift off again. No thoughts bothering him, and no nightmares. To him, you are a blessing. And though he would like this and it's easier for him to sleep this way, he would never tell you as not to burden you with it. He wants to be able to make your choice, based on your own comfort.